Good afternoon, everybody. Not everyone may be interested in this video, but I was going to share a dream I had last night. And so far, I have not dreamt about any of the ones that I've done afterlife readings on. Um, but last night, I did have a dream about Shannan Watts that I was going to share because it has a nice message in it. And I've had very vivid dreams since I was very young that I've talked about. I mean, the dreams are like you're right in them, just so vivid, so real and lifelike, as well as the visions that have come here. But anyway, in this dream, I was walking in a neighborhood and it was a lovely evening. The feeling was very expansive. Um, People out walking with their dogs. There were children around. The temperature was perfect, just a lovely evening. And when I looked to my left, there was this beautiful mansion, um, kind of a silver, sparkly, huge, grand mansion, just beautiful. It had this wonderful staircase leading up to it, and just the points on the top, just really like a palace actually. And so it just stood out. I mean, really none of the houses really stood out at all. That just was wow. And so but I was walking along and these two little girls ran past me. They looked to be maybe 5 and 7 or so, and they did, at least one or both had the little pigtails sticking up. And in front of me, this man was there, and he grabbed them up and said, "Oh, there you are, you two." And you could tell he knew them, that everyone in the neighborhood knew them. And he took them across to this mansion. Um, and so then, the door opened and Shannan Watts appeared. And she just looked glowing. She was in this silver gown and um, really beautiful, glowing feeling about her. And so, anyway, she came down the stairs and she was with a few friends that you could tell were giving her support. And, they didn't stand out as much. It was interesting because they were even in, clothes that more ordinary clothes, but she really stood out. And then this man, just brought the two little girls to her and she grabbed them up and went up into the mansion and, disappeared. But when I was watching this, there were two thoughts. The first feeling was, how could she have left them alone after what happened to them? And it felt like this was, at least afterwards, of course, just, you get these snapshots after you wake up, and then came that it was a lot like that first reading on her where she was just waiting for the verdict, waiting, and her babies were well taken care of and moving forward. Um, and then the second thought was how sad for her that her husband is dead. And again, as we know, she's the one that has passed, and her children, and he's the one that is still in body and confined to this, terrible life. But the feeling there was just the opposite, like, of what we would think, that, death in it, and just this is in the more the greater symbology of it, that death is life, it's new life, and then our lives in this concrete form for many, ruminating with troubles and just being consumed by all these things is really a death in a lot of ways. If you can look at it in terms of the Chris Watts saga or just in the greater picture here as well, and it just gave a snapshot or a showing of this afterlife that was so majestic, sparkly, and just drenched in spirit and wonder and beauty. And showing the other up to be such a different reality for so many, as well as, of course, her husband. It is like a death to him. So it was just had that opposite play, that paradox, which was striking. And so anyways, when I woke up, I was not totally awake, and then that dream hit, and then it was like, well, what realm was I in, right? Which is so true of here. I mean, with some of these dreams or these visions, it's like you're just there in it. It's like you live it too, in a way. And then you come back to this so-called concrete world and need to navigate your way there. And it just is, it's disorienting. And there's such a fluid sense of both of them, like not one being, is it this or that, or are they the same? It's just a very fluid feeling, and it's not always easy to navigate. It's actually, as I said, very disorienting. I've gone through this so much, so you just kind of, things settle throughout the day, but I wanted to share that dream, as I thought it was really a nice dream with a wonderful message. And most of the messages that have come here regarding afterlife, that we've done or that have come, there's so much positivity in it. There's, as I, all that I've talked about, really, all, a lot of beauty and heart and things there. But, okay, and with here, with the readings, I don't read a lot about, a ton of stuff about the ones that I do readings on. Every now and again, I may look up something, but I don't look at YouTube, and I just don't consume myself with it that way. And just little blips here and there if it comes up in the regular internet stuff, and I don't watch other psychics. I don't look at the tarot. I just allow the readings, and it's not even, it's really a choiceless thing. I don't have an interest like that. So, but just allow, so they just stand for what they are. But, I just really, wanted to share the dream, and again, I think it gave a nice message. And so for those that have tuned in and appreciate and enjoy the video, thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye now.